Okay, now let us discuss about teleneurology in hospitals. That is, teleneurology is nothing but it is a department under telemedicine. It is functioning under telemedicine in Apollo Hospital. So, teleneurology is providing neurological services through telemedicine for patients who are suffering by neurological problems in rural areas. So in rural areas, the neuro hospitals may not be available, or experts, specialists in neurosurgery, those neuro specialists may not be available in rural areas. So in urban areas where neuro hospitals are available, the neuro specialists can consult patients from rural areas through teleneurology. Teleneurological evaluation is very effective, as a physical visit. That is similar to physical visit. This teleneurological evaluation is also effective through video conferencing and all other technical advanced technologies. It is as effective as physical evaluation. So the hospital stay can be reduced in teleneurological evaluation, and the problems such as childhood migraine, headache, and cervical spinal cord compression has been assessed with interactive videos, and remote video surveillance, that is RVS, has been used to assess the relationship between lip position and drooling. So with the help of remote video surveillance, the teleneurological evaluation is very effective, similar to face-to-face evaluation. So the telemedicine enables effective community-based research by narrowing the gap between the patient population and the researcher. The gap may have occurred due to distance, limited access, and lack of resources. This is neurotraumatology is nothing but it is one system under teleneurology, that is which treats problems related to head trauma. So the experts or the specialists for treating head trauma, the number of experts are very less to treat this head trauma problem. So for this, to treat such problems in rural areas, not only in rural areas, in for distant places and all, this neurotraumatology is very much helpful. So telemedicine helps to institute therapeutic measures before transfer of patients to major centers, thus reducing unnecessary transfers and workload. This is telestroke is another system under teleneurology. Neurologists are increasingly using telemedicine in emergency stroke care, as the time is crucial. That is, stroke is nothing but a problem which occurs in the brain. Suppose if it is not treated in the correct time, it will lead to some very bad conditions, that is like paralysis and all. So if the stroke problem is addressed and if it is diagnosed at the earlier stage, the patient can be saved. The patient life can be saved, and the effects can be reduced. So the response time for acute stroke assessment has significantly reduced with a multidisciplinary collaboration. A web-based telestroke system facilitates rapid treatment, neurointerventional therapy, and post-stroke telerehabilitation are used. That is, this web-based telestroke system, which is functioning in the Apollo Hospital, it provides a post-stroke telerehabilitation. Even if patients they have already affected by stroke, this by post-stroke telerehabilitation through neurology is very helpful for them to overcome that stroke post effects of due to stroke. A stroke center vascular neurology nurse practitioner, that is shortly called as VNNP, may administer an intravenous tissue plasminogen activator for stroke in evolution, even if the patient is far away from a neurologist, provided telemedicine facilities are available. That is, a stroke center which is functioning in Apollo Hospital It is called as vascular neurology nurse practitioner, that is mainly for stroke. They are treating stroke patients. So this center, along with their facilities which is available, they are diagnosing the stroke at the earlier stage, and along with the vascular neurologist, they are providing consultations for patients and diagnosing the stroke at the earlier stage. So this helps in stroke diagnosis, and also post-stroke treatment also. VNNP, in partnership with a vascular neurologist, could deliver timely telemedicine consultations, accurate diagnosis of the stroke, and correct treatment in patients suffering from acute stroke who present to remotely located rural emergency departments within a hub and spoke network. The next system which is functioning in teleneurology is teleneuropathology. This is related to problems which occur in central nervous system. So for this treatment, the main demand is digitized images. The imaging system is very high with a high resolution. The imaging system should have high resolution, and the digitized images are very important for this treatment. The neuropathology consultation through digitized images demands for precise diagnosis. But some people, they are very much scared to take neuropathology treatment under teleneurology because of the images. If the quality of the images is poor, then the problem can be diagnosed wrongly. That is, misdiagnosis may occur if the quality of the images is poor. So because of that, the patients, some people are scared to take for neuropathology treatment under teleneurology scheme. So static imaging systems are insufficient for diagnostic neuropathology. Instead of static imaging system, if video images are used for diagnosing neuropathological problems, it has the diagnosis accuracy is more when compared to static imaging. In static imaging, the problem cannot be diagnosed that much. The diagnosis accuracy is very less in static imaging, whereas in video images can be used to diagnose. The diagnosis accuracy is good in using video images. So for taking video images, they are using a robotized telemicroscope is used in Apollo Hospital, which enables remote teleneuropathologists to manipulate and examine the entire histological specimen. So teleneuropathology is considered or it is described as the telemedicine of the future by the medical researchers. If it is successfully implemented, that is the future of telemedicine. A new concept of microscope system for telepathology named worldwide microscope has been thought of, and the prototype is being implemented. For teleneuropathology, that is a proposed method is a worldwide microscope system. Has been the prototype is implemented actually, and it is they have a plan to implement in realistic. But as a prototype, it includes 3 different units. The WWM includes microscope unit, a control unit, and an internet unit. The microscope unit is a conventional light microscope. It includes a microscope equipped with a motor drive, and it also includes a charge coupled device camera, CCD camera. And this is the main function of this microscope unit is for imaging, that is to take accurate images. The internet unit is a www homepage with a Java applet and a communication server, and the control unit relays request commands from the applet to the microscope unit, capturing the microscopic images. The control unit controls the entire microscope unit, as well as the it controls the microscope unit. So with this three systems, that is microscope unit, control unit and internet unit, the WWM worldwide microscope prototype is implemented, and the WWM may become the all-round telepathology tool of the next generation. Data protection and data security require attention. The main problem in this is data security. If the images of patients is if there is loss in the data, or it may lead to misinterpretation of the problem diagnosis. So for that, the data protection is very essential. The patient's data must be kept confidential, and cryptography must be established for data security. That is, certain data encryption methods must be used for to implement this data security. Next one is patient empowerment in rural India, which is relevant to neurosciences. Even if there are so many schemes, that is teleneuropathology and telestroke, and so many schemes under teleneurology system is functioning already in Apollo Hospital. The success lies only if the patients are empowered about this telemedicine and teleneuropathology. If the patients are aware, only if they are aware, and if they come forward to utilize these services through teleneurology, it becomes a real success. So the patients should not have they must be made aware of those teleneurology services. So for that, the Apollo Hospital management, they have taken several measures to empower the patients in rural areas regarding this teleneurology and telemedicine and all. So promoting health literacy is critical in improving health outcomes. By deploying multi-point video conferencing, the hospital management has initiated a knowledge empowerment program at the internet-enabled village resource centers of MS Swaminathan Research Foundation in rural Tamil Nadu. So in rural areas, they have empowered the patients with this scheme by providing video lectures, and they have discussed more than 94 topics over a certain period, and they have interacted with 21,800 village people in 18 villages. So with this, they have empowered the patients about the knowledge. The people in rural areas, they are made aware of teleneurology services and all. The few of the topics which they have delivered includes recognizing the dangerous headache, management of head injuries, and management of brain tumors, where more people have participated in this topics. Many neurological conditions are eminently preventable, and e-lectures by specialists go a long way in providing necessary awareness quickly and cost effectively. So teleneurology is not only an effective method for treating neurological patients, it is also a cost effective method. Instead of having physical visit to hospital, neuro hospitals, they can take teleneurology services, so that it will be a cost effective method. So what the advantages of deploying telemedicine in neurology? One is email triages by neurologists of new referrals have reduced physical visits by half. As we already discussed regarding this, that is the teleneurology schemes like telestroke, teleneuropathology and all, it has reduced the number of physical visits of the patients to hospital. So that is one advantage. The patient need not wait for the consultation, and they need not wait for hours together in hospital, and they to just get a consultation from neuro specialist. So for those purpose, they can use teleneurology schemes. Their time can be saved, and through telemedicine, a neuro hospitalist extends expertise to centers without specialists. That is, in if in areas, in places where the neuro hospital is available, the experts can extend their service through this teleneurology to places, rural places where the neuro hospitals are not available. So that is one main advantage of teleneurology. And not only that, that is if children are getting some small wounds, then that can be addressed through teleneurology, and the images of that wounds can be taken through cell phone images itself. Those problems can be treated. So the wound infections are monitored through cell phone images in a pediatric neurosurgery teleconsulting center. There is no need of high-end images, quality images. Small cell phone images itself is enough for treating such problems, small wounds. And teleneurology to rural veterans provided quality neurologic care and overwhelming patient satisfaction, saving considerable time and money. As I said earlier, that is this teleneurology helps patients to save their time. They need not wait for a physical visit to doctors. They need not wait for hours together to get consultation from neuro specialists. They can get they can save their time and money as well, and they can get the consultation from great experts who are the top experts. They can get consultation through this teleneurology. Without this teleneurology, it is really difficult. It is not possible for poor families to get consultation from experts from distant places. The another problem, that is the challenges which is available in teleneurology implementation, is one is the data protection. There are so many legal questions arising from public regarding this teleneurology. That is, application of telemedicine has raised legal questions. The legalities and legislation to date relevant to teleneurology practice. Data relevant to teleneurology practice are complex, outdated, or absent, representing a barrier to the use of teleneurology. So there are so many legal questions from public. That is, one is data security is crucial in this. For data security, certain data encryption methods must be taken by the management to ensure data security, and the accidental loss of data must be avoided. Definitely this has to be taken by the management to avoid loss of data. If the data loss occurs, the data can be misinterpreted, and it may lead to so many problems, and artifacts must be recognized. The special encryption mechanisms that secure data against unauthorized access and even modifications are therefore necessary. So the hospital management has to use certain encryption mechanisms in order to secure the data and keep the confidentiality of the patient. Only then the patients will be will come forward to take such teleneurology services if the patient the data related to patient must be confidentially maintained. Finally, we come to the conclusion, that is, we are slowly reaching the critical mass of interested people in telemedicine, essential for a successful takeoff. That is, even though teleneurology has been already implemented in many hospitals in India, including Apollo Hospital, but it has not been increasingly, the demand is not increasing because of certain legal problems as well as the funding problem. Due to these problems and the people awareness or people empowerment, the patient empowerment, all due to all these problems, due to such problems, it is not that much increasingly. So if it is to be increased, then all these problems has to be reduced. The government has to fund the hospitals to take up this teleneurology schemes, to take this to practice this teleneurology, the government definitely has to fund, and the Telemedicine Society of India is contributing to creating the much needed awareness and the exponential increase in the deployment of ICT, particularly in the mobile wireless area, the phenomenal increase in computing power and the significant drop in cost allows growth in telemedicine and to make it an integral part of the healthcare delivery system. So all that is required now is change in our mindset that the teleneurology and telemedicine schemes are very effective. We should have that mindset. The people must be empowered with that mindset that through if we take teleneurology services through telemedicine, it will be as effective as face-to-face visit. And all that is required now is a change in our mindset and the realization that a solution is a solution only if it is available to anyone, anywhere and anytime. Thank you.